Students, we are going to discuss about how to convert this drawing using zero positional tolerancing at MMC. This drawing shows a plate containing 4 holes. The holes are having a lower limit of 12.25, upper limit of 12.5. The applicable value of position tolerance is 0.25 at MMC. So the holes can be drilled between the lower limit of 12.25, upper limit of 12.5. The applicable value of 2% tolerance changes as the hole size changes from MMC size of 12.25. So this table gives you the applicable value of 2% tolerance. When the hole is finished to 12.25, which is the MMC size, the applicable value is 0.25 as per this drawing. When the hole is measuring 12.35, the applicable value of position tolerance is 0.35. When the hole is measuring 12.5, the applicable value of position tolerance is 0.5. As long as these holes are finished between the lower limit of 12.25, upper limit of 12.5, the compound can be acceptable. So that is what is shown here. The hole size of 12.5 is accepted. A hole size of 12.35 is also accepted. A hole size of 12.5 is also accepted. In between values, any hole in between the 12.25 and 12.5 is also acceptable. How to convert this drawing using zero positional tolerancing? So when you say zero position tolerancing, this value should be changed to 0. So as you can see, this value we have to change it to 0. So when you want to change to 0, you have to make some changes in the size of the hole. We have to find out to what size of the hole the applicable value of position tolerance is becoming 0. So we have to further find the applicable value of position tolerance beyond MMC. So when the MMC size is 12.25, at MMC it is 0.25, applicable value is 0.25. When the hole is reduced to 12.15, the applicable value of position tolerance is also reduced to 0.15. When the hole is 12.05, the applicable value of position tolerance is 0.05. So when the hole is 12 mm, the applicable value is 0. So we have to find for what size of the hole the applicable value is becoming 0. So 12 is the size for which the applicable value of position tolerance is 0. So that 12 mm we have to retain here. So the 12 is retained. We are not going to change the upper limit. What is the upper limit? 12.5 is the upper limit. So to retain the upper limit, okay, what change you have to make on the upper limit? So this change you have to make. So the 12 mm is the size for which the applicable value of position tolerance is 0. And since we don't want to change the upper limit, so plus 0.5, 12 plus 0.5, 12.5. So 12.5 is the upper limit which is not changed. 12.5 is the upper limit of the hole which is not changed. See, the lower limit only is getting changed. When you want to convert the drawing using zero positional tolerancing, the lower limit, okay, it was 12.25, okay, now it has been changed to 12 because we are going to find out, okay, for which size of the hole the applicable value of position tolerance is 0. So that we are going to find out. We have found out and that change we have made. So when the hole size is 12 mm, the applicable value of position tolerance is 0. So we have changed this to 0 and we have changed it to this size to 12. Since we don't want to make any changes with regard to the upper limit, so the upper limit is retained. So 12 plus 0.5 is 12.5. 12.5 is the upper limit of the hole, it is not changed. So this is how we have to convert a drawing using zero position tolerancing. So this is the final answer. The drawing have been converted using zero position tolerancing. So 12 plus 0. So 12 plus 0 plus 0.5 is the new limit. When you convert the drawing using zero position tolerancing, the applicable value of position tolerance is 0 at MMC. So what is the MMC size now? Now the MMC size becomes 12. When the hole is 12 mm, the applicable value is 0. So when the hole is 12.05, the applicable value is 0.05. When the hole is 12.15, the applicable value is 0.15. Now previously a hole size of 12.05 was rejected. If you compare the previous drawing, when you don't convert this into zero position tolerancing, a hole size of 12.05, 12.15 cannot be accepted because it is exceeding the lower limit. Now once you convert into zero position tolerancing, even a hole size of 12.05, 12.15, even 12 is acceptable. So a hole size of 12.15 is also acceptable, 12.05 is also acceptable, even 12 is also acceptable. But when you make a hole with a size of 12 mm, what is the applicable value of position tolerance as per the new system? 0. Can you able to locate the hole, this 4 hole with a center to center distance of 55 by 25, okay, without having any error in the location. So when you say it's 0, it means that it is not enjoying any position tolerance. So which means that you have to locate the hole at exactly 25 by 55 mm, which is the center to center distance. So since it is not possible to locate the hole with a zero position tolerance, don't make the hole at 12 mm size. So always make the hole beyond 12 mm. So say 12.05, 12.1, 12.15. So when you make a hole of 12.05, you can make the hole to be within a tolerance zone of 0.05 mm. So what is the advantage of converting a drawing using zero position tolerancing? When you convert a drawing using zero position tolerancing, more number of components can be accepted because a hole size of 12.05 can be accepted as long as the holes are located within a applicable tolerance zone of 0.05 mm. Even a hole of 12.15 is also acceptable if the holes are located within their acceptable tolerance zone of position tolerance zone of 0.5 mm. So never attempt to try to make a hole of 12 mm, because when you make a hole at 12 mm, the applicable value of position tolerance is 0. It's not practically possible to locate the hole, okay, at its exact center to center distance of 55 by 25 mm for this example. So when you convert a drawing using zero position tolerancing, more number of components can be accepted because the lower limit is changed. Previously it was 12.25 before you convert it. Now it has been changed to 12 mm. The upper limit is retained. The upper limit of 12.5 is retained. The lower limit is changed. So because of this, even a hole of 12.05, 12.15 are acceptable after converting into zero position tolerancing method.